Umpire holds the ball off for the start of the second term. And both ruckmen get a hand on it. It goes to Harrison, who gives it to Hahn. He goes with a long kick inside, 50 towards Jones, punched away, front and centre was pretty good.
There we
I
go.
think that's a good start.
There we
Darcy
go.
Keegan has done the front and centre, and it is the Inverleigh Hawks versus Darcy Keegan at the moment. He's 1-1-7, so are the Belmont Lions. Inverleigh 6-7-43, and that took 20 seconds. That's a good way to start.
That's the best way to start.
Any chance we could see any of the game actually at the end we're at?
Still going down the other end.
There hasn't been much footy up this end of the ground. We're at half forward.
But that's just a great clearance out of the centre. And I tell you what, the bloke that got it out is the bloke that I probably missed in my best players. I think Hahn's had a bit of the ball. He's playing okay.
So back with the umpire now. And as we did some 30, 40 seconds ago, it's taken that long to get the ball back. So the ball now back with the umpire. And it's Brody Edge that taps the ball down, and it's Harrison's going to have the touch out of the middle. He kicks round the corner, goes back towards centre forward, missed the target, not by a great distance, but did miss. Handball picked up there by Scott, goes out wide, went back looking for Harrison. Grundle arrives. He's got support out there now. Picked up there Bowman. Got the handball away to Cations. He couldn't pick the ball up, so Belmont Lions, they continue to try to work the ball around, but it's in the back pocket. Picked up there, goes to Grozdanowski. He put boot to ball, went back out towards centre wing. Coming up, Jones, uncontested, takes the mark. So Jones now, he's just defensive side of centre wing, looking for some options. Doesn't have too many. Umpire now asks him to go, and he does. He goes short, just over the top there. Picked up by Manganelli, tries to fend off. He's tackled without, tackled with the ball, and it was incorrect disposal, says the umpire.
He tapped his shoulder.
And it's going to be a free kick. And I think out the far side might be McCarthy who has the ball. He loads up and goes back towards centre forward. Numbers there with Inverleigh. At ground level, though, it's Jones. Picks the ball up, goes out the back to Hahn. Shrugs off the first tackle, had another one. Went back to Jones. His kick was poor. Into the half-forward line. Goes back to Grozdanowski by hand. Now at the back. Picked up there, I think it was Bowman or Nankerville. I'm not too sure which one. Picked up by Jones of Belmont Lions. The ball ends up back with Fry. He gives the 1-2 back to Hahn and puts him under pressure, but Edge now just loads up and goes long back into their forward line towards the forward pocket. Spoiled from behind by Hutchison. Sees the ball go over the boundary line, so we'll have a throw in forward pocket. And this is Belmont Lions attacking into the ground. Out on the practice wickets. What's the other one development there, Jason? Is that a netball stuff?
Nets, cricket nets.
Nets. Okay.
Moving them off the ground from down there.
The side that you blokes reckon would be Werribee. What a joke.
So I don't talk cricket. I don't know anything about cricket. Ball comes out to the centre wing. Again, it's picked up and pushed back in there by Chapman. Goes back towards the full forward position. Strong spoil. Picked up by Bowman. Runs back towards the goal, but then has time to stop. Prop and goes back inside. Or de Blasio just got the hand on the ball and needed to. Oh, that was incorrect disposal there. Umpire did see it.
Yep.
And the free kick will go to the Lions. Umpire, will he call advantage? No, he's not. He's going to make him go back, I think. And free kick will go to Piazzo.
I don't see why he couldn't go to the goal umpire and say, was it a goal? Yep, advantage goal. Because it doesn't matter if everyone stops anymore. It's just the advantage rule.
So a bit better showing early in this second quarter from the Lions. And they've had the majority of the play. And you can guess it, yes, all to the far end of the ground. So Piazzo will have a chance to kick his first goal of the afternoon and the second for Belmont Lions in this second quarter. So it could be two inside the first 4 minutes. Kicks low and he kicks straight through the middle, so he has their second and he's first. So they move to 2-1. They trail Inverleigh on 6 goals, 4 minutes gone. Second quarter, Cominafine Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, I've been looking at those trees and I
was going to say, you'd think there'd be a breeze,
can't
wouldn't you?
see them blowing, so it must be just Ash Whitney's not only give him a rev, but he's obviously said, come on, let's stick to our structures and play the game we want to play. Whether we can win the game of footy or not, I don't care. Let's just stick to our structures and play the game we want to play, and we'll be a lot better off. And that's what we're seeing at the minute.
So back to the middle. 2 in the first 4 minutes for the Belmont Lions. Better start in the second term. Hybens an edge. Hybens gets it down. Harrison taken away from by Hutchison. Got some support. Comes back towards Harrison. Gets a couple of blind turns. He dropped the footy, though, in the middle, and Grundle didn't. He got the handball over the top to Manganelli. He's going to be under pressure, but he wheels back around and gives it to Jones. Back to Manganelli, the 1-2. Goes back into the middle. Meehan came off the wing, took the mark in the middle, and he just chips the ball to Grundle. Takes the mark in front of Edwards. And has to come back a metre or two there, Geordie. He does. And Dalton Grundle will shoot for goal from the 50-metre line, but it's really 40, I think. And have a set shot for goal. Pretty much dead in front. And he just chips the ball.
He doesn't.
And that's low. Dropped the mark he should have taken. So chance for the Belmont Lions now defensively. McCarthy over the top of it. Ball. Without pushing the back. The umpire said yes, it was. And the Hawks will take a free kick and will have a set shot for goal from 20 out directly in front.
And he will have a set shot from there.
And he won't be kicking. Yeah, well, it's Milky Mays. He loves a goal. He's kicked 2 already, and this for number 3. So Nathan Mays. Just to settle it down for the Hawks. After a good first term, comes in. Right foot kick. And missed. They won't kick through the footy, will they, these boys? 2 goals, 1. His personal tally. 6-8-44 the Hawks. They lead the Lions 2-1-13. Cominafine Hotel second quarter scoreboard, 6 played.
That's the first thing you learn about goal kicking. 10 metres out, 100 metres out. Kick it.
So the ball now being brought back by Bannister. He goes out wide. Long kick outside 50. Again, it was safety out there, but the ball's been kept in the field of play. It ends up in the hands of Piazza, who runs and kicks the ball inside 50. Missed the hands of Grozdanovsky. Out the back, the ball runs, and they take it to the half-forward line and beyond. And the ball is wide, but too wide, and it goes over bounce on the full. Jack Filet will be the recipient of the free kick. So in the back pocket for Inverleigh. So Filet now goes round the boundary line. Jones is going to be the target. He's up in front and pretty hard to spoil when he jumps the ball. So he takes a mark outside their defensive 50 now. Handball's back inside to Hutchison and he chips over the top, goes towards Manganelli, comes up, takes the mark. So Manganelli, defensive side of centre wing, brings the ball back inside to Grozdanovsky. First go, missed it the second time. Went back at ground level and picked it up, then released the ball, and when in the hands of Whitney now, he's outside 50. He loads up, goes back on the left boot. Jones in the goal square.
Mark.
He has taken the mark. So Jones will go back and kick the 3rd goal for the Belmont Lions in this quarter. So his first goal will come up shortly. Tyler Jones off a step, puts it straight back over the umpire's head. They have their 3rd now, the Lions. They move to 3-1. Inverleigh on 6 goals, 8, and we've gone 8 minutes. Second quarter, Cominafine Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, we actually talked about complacency before the game, and I think they've got a bit complacent already, Inverleigh. A couple of little handballs and just not quite interested in doing what they were doing in the first quarter. And it just shows, no matter where you are on the ladder, in this competition, if you do become a little bit lackadaisical, the other side will hurt you. Now they've kicked 3 goals.
So back to the middle. Good second term so far by the Lions. It's 8 minutes old. Working their way back into the game. Hybens and Edge both get a hand to it. Grundle got one high. Should take the free kick. And will. He's got Manganelli moving for him. Kennedy Hunt straight up the ground. Terrible kick off the boot. Bannister got to the front. Hold, said the umpire. Going to go to the Belmont Lions.
I actually couldn't see that. No. I really couldn't.
No. So Bannister kicks it out. Side defensive 50 off the back of the pack. Nankiville got it away. Manganelli had it and then dropped it. McCarthy puts the tackle on him. They roll over each other defensive at 50. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. So Meehan is going to do in the ruck up against Edge. So Edge should win it. He does. And puts it out of bounds for a throw in. So at half forward. Hawks into attack. Jones and Edge. Hyben's going to have a rest behind the ball. Jones gets it over the back nicely to Manganelli. Can't pick it up though. Edge does. Handball. Outboard was okay. And that came from Whitney to Edwards. Goes towards half forward. Jones comes out. Handball on the up to Baker at centre wing. Goes with a torpedo punt inside 50. That's a good mark. Is that Marnie? I think it is.
That the young fella?
Yeah, Brock Marnie.
Good boy.
Not much of him.
No. And he is taking the mark and will shoot for goal from 35 out directly in front. So this for the Lions' 4th. Well, they're making a contest grub.
Yeah, they
which
are.
is good.
Yeah, well, that's what we wanted to see.
Yeah,
And that's what
absolutely.
they wanted to see
Absolutely.
too.
So Marnie comes in. Left foot kick. has missed it. Through for one behind.
Back to the under-12s, buddy.
So they go to 3-2-20 the Lions. Trail Inverleigh 6-8-44. 10 minutes played, second term.
It is good to see the young kids coming through, though, isn't it? Looks through the clubs.
And giving them an opportunity
Yeah,
too.
my word.
So de Blasio brings the ball out wide to Meehan, lands just in the field of play, can't take it cleanly, picked up there by Chapman, goes back to the goal square and beyond, and it goes across the face and out of bounds on the far side of the ground.
'Cause it wasn't that long ago, your Dalton Grundles and your Billy Casenses and all those, they were just young blokes coming through. They've had a few years in the system now, but they were good young kids coming through, and it's worked well for Inverleigh.
So umpire now throws the ball back into the field of play. Hyman's from behind, comes to the front of the contest, pick up there, and I think it's the young kid again, wasn't it? Marnie.
Yep.
This time he's missed a little bit wider, and the ball goes out of bounds on the full. So free kick will go to Bowman.
Well, at least they got that tape down there. I remember a few years back we saw Mitch Bowl almost get decapitated by the chain.
He did too. Yes.
Where's Indo, Mitch Bowl?
I don't know.
A little short chip over the top, and the mark is taken there by Grundle. Back to the goal square, and the mark is taken by Bowman. Running player Grundle, but he just goes wider. Mark taken out there, Nankerville. Quickly around the boundary line, but Edwards slides in and he takes the mark. So the errors that Belmont made in the first are now being made by Inverleigh.
Well, they're putting more pressure on them, Smitty.
Yep, and the ball now from Edwards goes back into the forward line. This time Grundle takes the mark.
He's giving a free kick, hands in the back.
And the kid, young Marnie, will get another opportunity to kick for goal. So he's had a point and an out of bounds in the full. Let's hope he can get
this
the
one should be a
one.
goal.
Get the full set. Big crowd here too.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
crowd.
It's a great day for the Encompass Cup.
So Marnie now comes in. And a 30-metre kick to deal with. This one looks a little bit better, but
he's
he's
missed
taken
it
across
again.
the front again. And he has second behind of the quarter. So now 3-3, the Belmont Lions. They trail Inverleigh on 6-8, and we've gone 12 and a half minutes second quarter.
So Bowman. Kick in from full back goes to the outer side. Oh, it's a terrible kick off the boot too. Goes across 50. Handball from Marnie. Comes back. A couple of 1-2s. Hahn.
Got him.
Oh, yep. Third
Got him.
time unlucky, unfortunately, for Alex Hahn. And it will be a free kick to Manganelli at defensive 50. He kicks the ball out wide, just sets it up. And, was it a mark? The umpire
paid
said
it
it
a mark.
was. And Jackson Keegan's taken it. And Fitty. Is it Fitty? No, it's
No,
called to
no.
play on. Called him to play on, goes long towards Jones. Oh, over the top, if you don't mind, was Piazzi. Couldn't take the mark. Bowman on hands and knees. Jones misses. 3 for 1 behind.
They're
Tyler
squandering a
Jones.
few now.
1-1 they are. They've kicked 3-4 now. 22 Belmont. Inverleigh 6-8-44. That's on the Common Phone Hotel second quarter scoreboard. 13 and a half played. Waiting for the footy to come back.
It's gone to the school. Here it comes, Jace. We've got it back
is.
now, mate.
Yeah, nice.
Across the highway, into the school, and back again. So Hutchison will do the kicking and duties from the fullback position. Player out wide is short, and the mark taken out there, Filer. So he will settle things down, I would think. The options are short if he wants them, but he decides to go long. Target out there from behind. The mark is taken. Bowman goes to Grundle, goes back inside towards Brackley, takes him on, looking to give the handball away, sold it, but then kept hold of the ball, goes forward, looking for Soldic. Mark was not taken, but the umpire said there's an infringement there from Auger, and Soldic will go back and take a shot for a goal, I think, far side of the ground. So about a 40-metre kick back into the goals.
A little bit tight from there.
Oh,
What was that whistle?
50.
It wasn't, was it?
Yep.
Oh, no.
They're not giving the ball back properly, I think.
Oh, no. That was going to be a really hard goal to kick from that boundary line. They're hard to kick from there. And now he's just got a birthday gift.
So Ryan Soldic has one for the afternoon, and from right in the goal square, he will kick his second. And that will be Inverleigh's 7th goal of the afternoon. They're now 7-8. They lead the Belmont Lions 3-4, 15 minutes gone. Second quarter, Common Phone Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
Geez, that hurts you. You're 7 or 8 goals down at quarter time. You don't look like you're in the game. and all of a sudden you just try your guts out for the first 15 or so minutes, kick 3 goals, look like you're getting back on track, and you give a 50-metre away like that. Ash Whitney and Atchie be pulling their bloody hair out at that, but I did get a message. Mitch Bowles out with a shoulder injury.
There you go. So back to the middle. Hybens and Edge again. Still doing the ruck work in the middle. Edge goes up, gets it down. Handball by Dill Whitney goes forward towards half forward, but coming the other way was Mick Groz. Chain of handballs to Logue. Goes towards centre wing. Soldick. Edwards passed it, got one high. The umpire said play on.
Oh.
There's another one high too, and that went to Nathan Jennings, and he'll take the free kick for Belmont.
You'll be a bit careful doing that these days.
Jennings on centre wing. Goes with the kick long to half forward, just sets it up. Packed there all over the back. No mark taken nearly though. The Belmont Lions. Umpire said throw, and the Hawks will take the free kick. I think it'll be... Where's the ball coming back to? De Blasio.
Hard to do much when the bloke's got you by the arm, but that's a great tackle.
Along the line towards Jones. Got a couple against him. Whitney to run at it. Mays. Blind turn was nice from Whitney. Got around a couple as well. Goes to the left foot.
Oh, down the ground, umpire.
Yes, Chris Jones.
Down the ground.
Way too
play on advantage. Kick a goal, Harrison, goal.
No, that's BJ.
BJ, is it?
So,
he's not going to let him do it.
No, well, there's a bit of a fracas in the middle as well after that. Chris Jones very late on Dill Whitney. And the ball will come back after BJ had kicked the goal.
I reckon that's advantage. I think you're allowed to pay that. Gee, I hope he goes back and kicks it now.
So BJ's, I reckon it's not BJ's. Yeah, I was going to say, he tried to hatch a plan there, I think, BJ O'Toole, to get the ball, but there was no way that he was the closest.
No, he was the one that got the advantage.
Well, that's the umpire. I think he tried to sell it.
Yeah.
Darcy Keegan was the closest. So he's going to have the set shot for goal from about 20 out, 45-degree angle. And they need to kick a goal after 3 behinds in a row. He comes in, and that's better, as he's missed it as well.
Missed it. See?
Jeez.
I would have paid advantage goal.
1 goal, 2 to him. 3-5-23, the Belmont Lions. Inverleigh 7-8-50. Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard 7.5 played.
I don't know whether it's a rotation or not, but Jones straight off the ground.
So Gerard doing the kicking in. He goes to himself now, runs outside the 10-metre square and goes long out towards centre wing. Mark not taken there by De Blasio at ground level. Ran past Hybens, picked up by Muir. Goes to Mays on to Manganelli. Couldn't pick it up. McCarty Harrison emerges with it. He's tackled, got out of the contest, did nicely. Back to Chapman. Handballs back into Whitney. Whitney on the left boot. Back towards the pocket. BJ O'Toole traps it just inside the field of play.
No, he doesn't.
Umpire said it was over the boundary line.
Oh.
It will come back and it'll be a throw in. 10 metres around from behind post.
I'll tell you what, this invincible lineup is just looking a little bit vulnerable at the minute. They must have been a bit vulnerable last week, and they're looking a bit vulnerable again. Mind you, Best and Seddon and a few of them have straightened them up a little bit. But
Baxter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Baxter,
Dan
I suppose.
Gross. Ball thrown back in by the umpire again. Tapped to the front of the contest. Grozdanovsky kicks through the contest. Picked up low. Didn't have it cleanly. Going back is Hahn. He didn't have it either. Now there's been a free kick. This time it's going against Robbie Lowe because he obviously held on to the Belmont player for too long. And a free kick will go to them. I think it's Scott. So from, I reckon, just outside the 50 and just trying to pick the line. He goes to Whitney. Whitney on the left boot. Put under too much pressure and the ball goes out of bounds on the full beside the behind post. Free kick Inverleigh.
He'd like that one over again, Dylan, I think.
So again, Ryan Gerard doing the kicking in. Little chip goes towards Nankivell. 20 from goal. Handball goes back to Gerard and he goes across the ground. De Blasio in good position. Handball's back inside. Missed the target. Brackley runs onto it. Got through the first. Got the handball away. Went to Muir. This is Adam. He goes out wide looking for Hybens and Edge. Hybens tries to flick it out the back. It's Dean Muir doing the front and square roving, but it doesn't take the ball cleanly. Now it's Burke. He can't pick it up either. Again, it runs through the contest. Player thrown off the ball was Chapman. Umpires will let things go here, so it's getting a little bit willy in there, but players now get to a stage where a ball up will take place inside the centre square. Belmont Lions there attacking end of the ground. Just a little bit. Hybens over the top to Muir. Handball comes out the back, and again, this time it's Hahn puts his head over the contest. We've seen that a few times. Picked up there and kicked forward by Keegan. This is Jackson, and that's a nice kick, and it's found Dylan Whitney. This time he'll be able to steady himself a little bit more than he had that last shot, and he can go back and steady himself and shoot for goal.
Well, that should have been a free kick against Brodie Edge. He just flattened the bloke 50 metres off the football. Not dangerous or hard, but it's got to be a free kick.
So Whitney now comes in, kicks towards goal, and this will go across the face, and it's either going to be through the hands of de Blasio and touched just inside the field of play. Yes, no, free kick, he says. So it must have been over the boundary line. So de Blasio with a free kick or the ball out of bounds in the full, I'm not too sure. Oh, now we're going to have another conversation. Well, it's either a mark or it's out of bounds in the full. Throw it in, just the umpire. So about 10 metres around from the behind post, the ball will be thrown back in. Belmont will appreciate it. The ball is coming out the back. Hutchison takes it, tries to get the handball away, brought down by Hahn. Hybens had it, and he was tackled by O'Toole, so that's along the short of it all. Again, it's pretty hard to see who's trying to get the ball out. The kick off the ground, and goalkeeping there was Ryan Gerard, so it's through for a minor score to the Belmont Lions. They move to 3-6, trailing Inverleigh on 7-8, and we've gone 22 minutes final quarter. The second quarter.
You wish. Gerard kicks it in to the outer side. No mark taken off the back of the pack.
Oh, that was a good pick up.
Good pick up too. Drew runs through, goes to a vacant centre half forward position. Soldic runs back, takes the mark. Only Kennedy Hunt.
Jack's got to come back at him.
He won't run all the way in. He'll stop and come back, won't he?
He's
tried to. He grabbed hold of him. Well done. Well done, young fella.
Doesn't matter. Soldic wants to kick the goal anyway.
Yeah, he does.
He's kicked 2 this afternoon.
But it's just good to see the young bloke from Belmont used his brains and was aware of the situation.
40 out. Oh, he ran very
Too
close to the man on the mark. Edwards on the mark, but Soldic got it back. Left foot kick. Now sets it up. Who's going to punch? Oh, from the side. Was that a mark? The umpire said yes, thank you.
That's a mark.
And Casey Meehan has taken the mark. Flattened about 3 blokes on the way through.
Including a couple of his own.
Yeah, Robbie Logue was one of them, who ended up getting up last. But Casey Meehan, who's kicked 1-1 this afternoon. Please kick through it, Casey.
Well, do you reckon sometimes when they kick at this end of the ground, they're a bit worried about losing the footy in someone's house?
Why not? It's not theirs.
They all seem to be doing it.
He comes in, 20 out, directly in front. He kicks through it. That's what happens.
Exactly.
Kicks the goal. So Meehan kicks his second of the afternoon, the 8th for Inverleigh. They're at 8:56. They lead the Belmont Lions 3-6-24. And that's on the Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard. And we played 23 minutes.
And it was just the goal.
That needs a new battery too, Dale. Can you do that through the week? I can hardly read that now. Look at that.
I haven't got funds.
You haven't got funds.
Give it.
Hey, ask.
Give it Eric. He's here today.
Ask the boss for a loan.
I might. Who, the wife?
Neville.
No, your other boss. Your wife.
He's overseas.
Is he? Schnabel?
No.
Who? Neville?
Alex.
Oh, Alex. Oh, he's the...
You told me you were the boss in your joint.
You'll never know, will you?
Whatever.
Ball back in the middle. This time it's going to be a clearance, and it works through the middle, and it's going to be McCarthy who puts the ball back into the half-forward line. Whitney attacks the ball, and he's won a free kick. Oh, he's paid advantage.
He's paid advantage. You've got to bring that back up.
Exactly right. So the ball now taken by Muir. Good mark, and he defends well and brings the ball back outside towards Drew. He goes quickly towards centre wing. Over the top, Hutchison just couldn't quite get the hands on it. Ball runs over the boundary line and will be thrown back into the field of play.
God, he's just kicked it before he realised he really had the free kick. So basically the umpire probably should have said, no advantage. You get the kick. He'd have kicked a goal from there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Without any trouble at all, you would have thought. Yeah. So the ball thrown back in by the umpire. Edge this time wins possession, but it's Muir who emerges with it. Goes back to the boundary line. Hahn again runs the ball to the boundary line and over. So we're going to have a throw-in to take place on the far side of the ground.
You've got to stop them from kicking another on. That last goal just took the onus off the great quarter that Belmont have had. So they've got to stop them kicking another on or kick one themselves.
So thrown back in by the umpire. This time Hybens over the back. Tries to win the ball down. It's coming through, was low. Couldn't take it cleanly. Handball goes out towards Muir again. This is Dean. He's picked the ball up, shrugs the tackle, got the handball away to Grundle. He used his hands to get the ball into his hands, and then his kick was short in the hands of
Geordie Edwards.
Geordie Edwards it was, yes, and he has taken the mark. He's going to come back and dangerously to the goal square, but the kick's okay. Mark taken out there, Bannister, so he's going to go back to where the ball came from, and the mark will be taken out there. This time it's Keegan. So he goes short over the top, this time straight to Dean Muir again. I reckon he must have two jumpers on out there because he seems to get a lot of balls coming straight to him. Edwards got the handball away, but again it's picked up by Grundle coming the other way. He needs to get the handball away, does so. Over the top he goes. Ball runs to the boundary line and over. Have a throw in on the far side of the ground. So as we tick over 26 minutes in this second quarter, Belmont Lions are 3-6 and Inverleigh 8-8.
So throw in. 55 around from the Hawk goal. Throw in. Didn't favour
Do it
anybody.
again, mate.
Do it again, I think. So another boundary throw in. They might have done the line down here in the forward pocket here last night. The boundary line in the dark. Have you seen that, Grub?
Yeah.
A little bit of space down there for you in the pocket.
Yeah.
Boundary throw in. Hyman's big thump away. Goes towards the 50. Burke on the ground. Uses the body. Mays there as well. Handball. Came back towards McCarthy over the top. Baker tried to get it on. Drew did. Did nicely. And now coming through Robbie Logue. Left foot kick. He's missed.
Lucky. Young Baker, who probably could have put his body in front there.
So they go to 8-9-57 the Hawks. The Lions 3-6-24. 26 and a half played in the second term.
Bannister again kicking in for the full-back position, and he's going to go back clubroom side of the ground and outside 50. It's a decent kick. They'll need to grab hold of it pretty shortly, but it's Burke who jumps on top of the ball. Baker did nicely, got to his feet quickly, tried to work the ball further afield, kept it alive. This time it runs over the boundary line, so we're now going to have a throw-in on that far side of the ground and somewhere in between centre wing and half forward for the Lions. Thrown back in now by that umpire on the far side. Edge this time gets the ball down. Jones runs onto it, this of the Belmont Lions. He swings the ball, goes back towards the half-forward line. The only one there was Filet. Mark was not taken. Whitney said...
He got a free kick.
Whitney was interfering.
Yeah,
didn't
definitely.
interfere with Filet, who stood underneath the contest. Handball goes away to Mick Gross, takes a bounce, runs to centre half back and comes towards centre wing. And this is our side of the ground, so it's now in the hands of Meehan. He's looking for some options. He's got Rusty
He's
short.
gonna
He's
give
going
it
to
to
use
Rusty.
him.
He
And
can
he
run.
can go now because he's got free space. He's got Kennedy Hunt leading at him. Handball goes over the top to Soldic. Soldic goes quickly towards the goal square. This time Mays.
It's already through, I think.
Has taken the ball. The mark is through for a minor score to Inverleigh. And now it's 8-10 to Inverleigh. 3-6 Belmont Lions. 28 minutes gone, second quarter.
So quick kick in to the outer side again from full back by Bannister. Baker over the top to Keegan. Jackson, right foot kick was okay. They're on the out here. They got some space as well, and that's Jubba. Kicks it back towards 50, but de Blasio takes the mark again.
Their backmen don't get sucked up the ground.
No, and he spreads the ball, and now they've got a bit of space. They go towards Meehan, who led. He's got Manganelli in support as well, and Mays. Feigned the handball to start with. Then he got the ball over the top. They follow it on. Muir gives it away. That was Adam to Manganelli. Runs through the middle. Now in right in the middle, Hutchie. Oh, left foot kick around the corner if you don't mind. That was special to Gerard. Takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 out, 45-degree angle.
Harrison read it beautifully too. He knew where it was going, but it was such a good kick.
Such a good kick.
He just couldn't get there, yeah. He kicks it just a little bit higher and McKaylee gets there, but it was just too good for him.
So Gerard hasn't troubled the scorers yet today. And looking for the Hawks' ninth of the afternoon. Comes in. Harrison stands the mark. Left foot kick. Looks pretty good. Good kick. Musty's kicked his first of the afternoon. And Inverleigh go to 9-10-64. They lead the Belmont Lions 3-6-24. Commonwealth Hotel second quarter scoreboard 29.5 played.
Geez, these last two goals have just stuffed their quarter, haven't they?
Yeah.
Belmont, they were
Worked
going
hard,
real
didn't
well.
they? Yeah.
And the other thing is, I don't know whether it makes any difference or not, but we were taught many, many years ago that when a bloke's having a shot for goal, you don't have the 3'6" bloke on the mark. You get the tallest bloke around to go and stand away. I don't know if it makes any difference, but McKaylee Harrison's not very tall. Get a taller bloke on the mark. You got to kick it a bit higher.
So back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. It'll be Edge and Hyman's doing the ruck work, as they've done for most of the day. Hyman's over the top, goes to Muir. Tries to get the ball out, but he dives on the top of it, puts it through his legs. Now Whitney's over the top, so again, he does the same thing. Ball is kept moving, and I don't think it's going to come out, so the umpire will come back and have a secondary ball up in the middle of the ground. Thrown up now, and Hybens takes the ball from the contest. Little boot is okay, goes to Hutchison, has a voice outside. It was Drew. He takes the ball and he goes quickly into the forward line. Ball, and both players hit the ground. Now at ground level, picked up by Kennedy Hunt, runs back towards the boundary line, slips, goes over, and there'll be a throw in 20 metres around from the behind post. Inverleigh is hacking into the ground.
I didn't see what happened there. Why did they go to the ground?
They both just sort of locked
Oh, so they didn't
arms and
push
legs.
him?
No,
No,
both just locked
fair
arms
enough.
and legs, yeah.
So thrown back in now by the umpire. Jones in front, taps it out the back. Meehan's there. Tried to get the ball out of the contest. There's plenty around the contest, so it's not free-flowing like you'd like to see it, but there's going to be a ball up about 25 from the goal.
But I think that's the way Belmont have got to play it as much as they can.
Not a lot of space here anyway, but they're just doing that nicely there. Picked up Gerard, got the handball to Hutchison. He fed the ball out the back, but it just missed Meehan, so Belmont have the chance to run the ball through Jones. He gives the handball back, and it's cleared away there by Jolly. On the left boot, he goes long into the forward line. Scott in front, Mark not taken. Oh, the smallest man there did. That was PJ O'Toole. Read that nicely, so he's a chance here, I think. He's inside kicking range.
Well, he has to, because he ran with his back to the play. He said, I'm going to have a kick for this. There wasn't much on, but you should always have a quick look. Back. Great play by Jolly. Got it out, got it back. That was brilliant football.
So BJ O'Toole now comes in. Kicks long towards goal, and that has gone straight through the middle. He has got his first goal of the afternoon, and the fourth goal now for the Lions. They're 4-6. They trail Inverleigh on 9-10, and 30 minutes gone. Second quarter, Commonwealth Hotel, second quarter scoreboard.
No doubt about those O'Tooles. They're all good kicks of the football, aren't they? Obviously put a bit of time in it. They're all naturally gifted kicks, and that might spark him up, young BJ. You're right. He still probably needs a little bit more weight to lose. He's still carrying a little bit there, but good luck to him. He's out having a go, and if he can get back to his full fitness, he's a dangerous little bugger down there. That was a really good mark for a short fella.
Yeah, consider it was everyone else around him was standing away with the bummer.
He kept his eye on the footy and backed his judgment. He's very good at that. Well, he got a few uncles and brothers and that to learn off, though, hasn't he?
I reckon there'd be a few run around.
Yeah.
Back to the middle. Hybens and Edge. Edge gets it down. Kick by Whitney, chopped off.
That's holding the ball.
Falls over. Was there a bit of a half a don't argue?
Yeah, it's holding the ball.
Nice.
Great decision.
Nice punts from umpire Dorling too.
That's a great decision, Daniel Dorling.
So Whitney gets it out wide. Hahn on a long lead towards 50. Adam Muir there as well. BJ can't keep it in. Adam Muir can't either because the umpire was right there. He says it's out of bounds. So a throw in. Lions into attack. Can they get another late one? Cogsy's on the time clock. Could be another 5 to go.
Oh, he's off the grog.
Boundary throw in. Doesn't matter. Edge gets it down to the front. Comes out the side though. And there is the siren. You must have heard me.
Told ya.
And it's half-time, and it is the Belmont Lions 4-6-30. They trail Inverleigh 9-10-64. Goal kickers, Dale.
Yes, for the home side, Piazzo, Tyler Jones, Keegan, and that's Darcy, and BJ O'Toole with 1. And for Inverleigh, 2 each to Mays, Meehan, and Soldick. 1 each to Gerard, Logue, and Manganelli.
So 9-10-64 the Hawks. They lead the Lions. 4-6-30. We'll take a break. Come back with the second half. Match day live after this on 94.7 The Pulse.